To ECR tours. This is the second part of the video, following on from the one from Rishi Sunak exiting number 10 Downing Street. This is the new face of number 10 Downing Street as at July the 5th, 2024, Sir Keir Starmer. He's done incredible work because come 2019, Boris Johnson had a landslide victory for the Tory party. Nobody ever thought that Sir Keir Starmer was going to be turning this around. So today, he's made great strides in picking an additional 211 seats for the Labour Party, whilst the Conservative have lost 250 seats. Other great, one should say, advantages or benefits to the Lib Dems is that they've basically upped their seats in excess of 63, so they currently stand at about 71 seats. The Green Party have made incredible strides by also taking 4 seats. They've taken 7% of the overall share of the votes. Keir Starmer's Labour Party took 35%, and the Tories, I think, about 24%. Obviously, this really tells you that all the seats that were gained on margin. So in a way, it's strategic, but it also warns the Labour Party not to take the people of Britain for granted. Keir Starmer is a very measured politician. He's so measured in, obviously, what he does. He's worked extremely hard to bring this party to where it is. And so these are the, if anybody should sort of ask me to sum this man up in words, I will say measured, I will say level-headed, I will say disciplined, a man who wants to serve the public, a man who comes across as being accountable. He's determined, and also he is in control, in charge of that Labour Party. That in its sense gives us the hope that this is a kind of a leader that this country needs at this very moment. Other positive things is a reaction of the city. Obviously, this morning was very grey, which is very much in line with the style of Sir Keir Starmer. But that is what we really need. We need somebody who is great, disciplined, focused, and determined to serve the public, to serve the interests of this nation. He has gone on to say, country first, party second. And he goes on further to say, his leadership is going to be a shift from the politics of performance to the politics of public service. So this is the kind of guy that you can really sort of go to sleep knowing that this nation is truly, in secure hands. So I kind of seeing his speech, you get that sincerity in the man that he's here to do the job. Lots of young people behind him at the point of his speech in London. So I will just go on to play this 10 or 11 minute video so you can all hear what he has to say and what he brings to the table of this great nation.
And there is Sir Keir Starmer, who will become Britain's 58th Prime Minister. He's speaking in central London. He's the only 5th Labour Prime Minister ever to win a general election. A man who often presents a serious demeanour in public, but look at that grin from ear to ear as supporters behind him cheer. The Union flag and the saltire look they are being flown behind him as Labour has racked up seats in Scotland. Let's listen in to the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
We did it! You campaigned for it, you fought for it, you voted for it, and now it has arrived. Change begins now. And it feels good, I have to be honest. 4.5 years of work changing the party. This is what it is for. A changed Labour Party, ready to serve our country, ready to restore Britain to the service of working people. And across our country, people will be waking up to the news, relieved that a weight has been lifted, a burden finally removed from the shoulders of this great nation. And now we can look forward again, walk into the morning, the sunlight of hope, pale at first, but getting stronger through the day, shining once again on a country with the opportunity after 14 years to get its future back. And I want to thank each and every one of you here for campaigning so hard for change. And not just in this campaign either. Also for these 4.5 years changing our party. The Labour movement is always everything's achieved, past and future, down to the efforts of its people. So thank you truly. You have changed our country. But a mandate like this comes with a great responsibility. Our task is nothing less than renewing the ideas that hold this country together. National renewal. Whoever you are, wherever you started in life, if you work hard, if you play by the rules, this country should give you a fair chance to get on. It should always respect your contribution, and we have to restore that. And alongside that, we have to return politics to public service. Show that politics can be a force for good. Make no mistake, that is the great test of politics in this era. The fight for trust is the battle that defines our age. It is why we've campaigned.
So there you go. That politics of public service. So the problem that is really happening in the Tory party, obviously with the leadership, even with Rishi Sunak coming into power, this was a bit like an oligarch coup that brought Sunak into power. The reality is that the man is a billionaire, or his wife is a billionaire. And so you get that problem of that conflict of interest where the guy at the top is making decisions which surely goes into a sort of his own personal interest. And so Keir Starmer coming in and talking about public service and talking about the fact that if you put in that effort and do work, you will be rewarded. This is the kind of nation that we want to see. We want to see a leader that has this idea. Obviously, we expect that along the way, there may be challenges, but at least the good thing that we can see is how good the city has warmed up to him in expecting his coming into power. And so there isn't so much disruption in the city. And so with basically restructuring the right policies, you have that sense of hope. Policies, regulation, in correcting all the things that have gone wrong. Then also you're looking at accountability, basically looking into people that have taken advantage of this country, ensuring that any ill-gain funds does not escape, that the public purse is restored. There is a lot of work to be done, but we are hearing the right sort of language and thoughts from this incoming Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer.
Campaigned so hard on demonstrating we are fit for public service. Service is the precondition for hope. Respect, the bond that can unite a country. Together, the values of this changed Labour Party are the guiding principle for a new government. Country first, party second. That is the responsibility of this mandate. 14 years ago, we were told that we're all in it together. I say to the British people today, imagine what we can do if that were actually true. So, by all means, enjoy this moment. Nobody can say you haven't waited patiently. Enjoy the feeling of waking up on a morning like this, with the emotion that you do see the country through the same eyes. Hold on to it, because it is what unity is made from. But use it to show to the rest of the country, as we must, that this party has changed, that we will serve them faithfully, govern for every single person in this country. But also, don't forget how we got here. This morning, we can see that the British people have voted to turn the page on 40 years. But don't pretend that there was anything inevitable about that. There's nothing preordained in politics. Election victories don't fall from the sky. They're hard won and hard fought for. And this one could only be won by a changed Labour Party. We have the chance to repair our public services because we changed the party. We have the chance to make work pay because we changed the party. We have the chance to deliver for working people, young people, vulnerable people, the poorest in our society, because we changed the party. Country first, party second isn't a slogan. It's the guiding principle, everything we have done and must keep on doing. On the economy, on national security, on protecting our borders. The British people had to look us in the eye and see that we can serve their interests. And that work doesn't stop now. It never stops. The changes we've made are permanent, irreversible, and we must keep going. We ran as a changed Labour Party, and we will govern as a changed Labour Party. I don't promise you it will be easy. Changing a country is not like flicking a switch. It's hard work, patient work, determined work, and we will have to get moving immediately. But even when the going gets tough, and it will, remember, tonight and always, what this is all about. Now, I may have mentioned my parents a few times in this campaign, once or twice. But the sense of security we had, the comfort they took from believing that Britain would always be better for their children, the hope, not high-minded, not idealistic, but a hope that working-class families like mine could build their lives around. It is a hope that may not burn brightly in Britain at the moment, but we have earned the mandate to relight the fire. That is the purpose of this party and of this government. We said we would end the chaos, and we will. We said we would turn the page, and we have. Today we start the next chapter, begin the work of change, the mission of national renewal, and start to rebuild our country. Thank you.
So there you go. I mean, this is a symbol of hope, especially for the young people of this country, that because of this 450 billion pounds cash that was printed by Sunak, causing that inflation, and obviously prior to that, with the low interest rates causing house prices to double in value, the 450 billion printed cash came to bite this nation. They sort of filtered through after a year or so, and therefore caused Bank of England to raise interest rates. A lot of our young people were caught up, basically saving up money for a deposit, picking up a house, only to wake up the next day to realize that the interest rates had gone up so much so that you couldn't even afford to pay your mortgage. And so this Prime Minister is coming and seems to be very much aware of the needs of younger people and working people in this country. So we can only hope that with his amazing work at the Crown Prosecution Service and his law background, this is a man that is in a position to bring people to account or accountability, restore accountability, and to bring restoration and repair and hope to this nation. And so we can only hope and wish him well on his journey, because he is speaking the right language with the right body language, and very much aware that it's a journey that is not necessarily going to be easy, but it is achievable.
A rapturous reception for Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, and tomorrow, our new Prime Minister. Celebrate.
So that's it then, the end of this session of the video, but it's just to go on, just to confirm his leadership. He's done great work at the Crown Prosecution Service with his law background, with his discipline, his dedication, determination to serve the public. It is a great hope for this nation. I am very much aware that the whole world is watching this nation, what it does, and it will definitely have a ripple effect on all the mess that has been going on in the world because of the past 14 years, the way this nation has been run down, once again, robbed of many nations. And so this turnaround is a great hope. And also to the British electorate for their strategic voting styles. I mean, you have the Scots coming into Parliament, which is great. SNP, they've basically lost most of their seats to Labour. So we are going to see the presence of the Scottish new MPs in Parliament, which in effect is great because it actually strengthens the union of this nation. And so these are just fantastic times, and we can only wish Sir Keir Starmer a great opportunity and great leadership in the post that he's ascended into. So this is it, I guess. We in Clacton-on-Sea, you've had the likes of Nigel Farage that is coming to Clacton-on-Sea, doesn't live here. It's not a local, but they voted for him. He's a loud mouth. He's a big voice. So hopefully he promises to bring some development into Clacton-on-Sea. So I'm sure that will also be heard. His voice will be heard in Parliament. And I'm very sure that the locals in this relatively deprived part of Essex will be looking forward to see what Mr. Nigel Farage is going to be doing for Clacton-on-Sea. Let's Trust lost her seat. Penny Mordaunt, also a hopeful for the leadership of the Tory, also lost her seat. Grant Sharp was gone, and many Rhys Mogg, he's gone as well. So this is really massive today, and it's all by the works of the electorate basically applying their strategic voting methods. And so also to basically warn whoever is coming, well, now we know it's Keir Starmer, not to take the people of this country for granted. So what a wonderful day, the 5th of July, 2024, with our new PM, Sir Keir Starmer. We wish him well. We wish him success. We wish that he will do a great job and keep the Tories in opposition for a very long time to come, for all the mess they did and taking this country for granted. Thank you for watching EAC Artworks. This is a learning platform. We are happy to hear your opinion. Whatever I said here is my own opinion based on what I know, and obviously the information, public information. So if you feel that you have an opinion that could help us learn more, or something about Keir Starmer that you feel that he may not do what he has promised to do, you can also say it. So thank you for watching. Thank you.